Have you ever impressed people by doing a magic trick? Well, the answer is most likely no, as most people don't have a hobby in magic. Luckily for you, I will be demonstrating one of the easiest and potentially most effective magic card tricks there is. I've enjoyed doing card tricks for many years. I've had a hobby in it. I've researched it, learned a lot of the hand movements, and finally, I'm here and I have not been able to ever forget this one, even though that hobby of magic was many years ago. This quick and simple trick will not only impress your family and friends, but will most likely shock yourself as well. First, I will demonstrate the card trick, and then I will describe exactly how it works. Have a deck of cards here. Now I would let the audience member pick two or three of these piles, three of these. Pick any three you like. Let's pick this one, and this one here. Now flip two of the three cards over, either two of them. It doesn't matter which. Let's flip these two here. Got a 6 and you got a 3. Now, what if I told you that I can actually tell you what number that card right there will be? Simply by adding up these two. Nah, let's do 10 on top of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Where does that leave us? That leaves us here with 3 cards remaining in my hand. That means that this number here will, in fact, be a 3. Now to explain the trick itself. You must have a full deck of cards, 52 cards, no jokers, remove those from the deck. All you need is just the standard playing cards. Does not matter the order, you can have the audience shuffle the cards at any given moment. All you have to do is follow some very simple steps. And when I say simple, I mean I'm not doing any sleight of hand. I'm not doing any true magic. The magic is really in the math of how this works. Whenever you have the deck back from whoever it may be, all shuffled, take the cards and deal them out. King. King is going to have a value of 13. Ace is going to have a value of 1. All the other cards are adding up to it. That will mean Ace through 10 is just 1 through 10. Jack, Queen, King will be 11, 12, 13. You want every pile to add up to the number 13. King. Very few cards left here in my hand. We will now take these piles and flip them over. The number of piles can differ. It does not matter how many piles you go as long as you do not run out of cards in your hand. As long as you have cards in your hand, you are good to go. Once you flip all these piles over, you can have the audience member or whoever pick any 3. You always want it to be 3. In the presentation demonstration part, I said 2 or 3 to make it seem like I'm making it up, but it's always going to be 3. So, let them pick any 3. They can move them around, shuffle them around. Just make sure that they do not have the cards overlap with each other. So, I'll pick this one, and this one here. Take the remaining cards that they do not choose and add those to your pile. Now line these up. Once these are all lined up, you can see that they have 3 piles that they've picked, completely random. I have no idea what the cards are. I have not done anything other than I've taken the remaining cards and they have 3 piles. Now you ask them to flip any 2 over. Last time I left the middle one or last time I left the left one, I will flip over this one here and this one here. It really doesn't matter whichever ones they want to flip over. As long as you have 2 cards flipped over and one that's not, you're good to go. So, you do add the numbers. You add 3 and 5. I've got 8 cards down there. I've got quite a few remaining in my hand, and I know that that number right there, there's no way it's this, right? Well, you have to set down 10 more cards. Last time I did 10, I acted as if it were random, but it is always going to be 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That should leave a limited number of cards in your hand. I currently have 5 cards, meaning, mathematically, without any magic for myself, that this number right here is a 5. And although that trick may seem confusing, it doesn't really make sense as how can I do a magic trick without even doing a magic trick? Well, it's all in the math. And the math is there as cited by Demler on the Mathematical Card Trick website, where he describes this trick in detail. He will explain using relatively simple mathematics how the probability and how the answer comes to be. Now you will be able to not only do this card trick, but you will be able to baffle everyone around you with a simple trick that relies solely on mathematics and nothing more. Simple, effective magic.